this is Alec coming to you with another Warcraft 3 audio commentary, and today I have a really cool matchup because I finally figured out how to download the maps for the Afreeca Warcraft League, it's called, AWL, and you guys have probably heard of it. It's a pretty recent tournament, and actually it's pretty far in. Actually, it started off with a lot of players. I'm not sure the actual amount. Then it went into 4 groups of 4 people each. Then it went into, I'll just start this actually, and then it went into, and now it's actually into the quarterfinals. So I have a really good quarterfinal matchup. It's a best of 3 between HKC Focus and eHome's Remind. So you guys have seen this this series before a lot, whether it be Zotac Cup, whether it be something else. So hopefully it's we get just as much excitement here on in the AWL. I'm not sure what is different about these AWL maps, and obviously you got right here, you got a little advertisement. That's kind of cool. Should be interesting to see if there's any changes to the map, or if any huge changes at least. I doubt we'll see anything massively changed. There's another little Geek Board advertisement. Let's see if we got any more. Yep, there we go, more Geek Board. You got a little flag there. I'm not sure if that was already there. You got flags all over the place. They may have already been there, but I don't remember ever seeing these flags before. Anyways, so far nothing too crazy. Yep, it should all be good. Anyways, more geek board, and you got the tavern in the middle. Alright, so nothing too crazy. So this first game is on Last Refuge, so let's see what both these players are planning to do in Game 1, because you know you have to make a good impression in Game 1 because of these are basically the 2 best players in the world, give or take a few spots in the rankings. And Focus will be starting off with a standard orc build. We'll be going for that Blade Master as his first. Should be getting a grunt. There we go. And probably will either creep out this camp or be sending his Blade Master right down here to try and intercept the creeping of Remind, which is going to be doing some Ancient of War creeping. So far, very standard play from both these players, and we will be going for a Demon Hunter. So we'll be Demon Hunter versus Blade Master. Very standard, very not out of the ordinary matchup. As we do, we'll get the first scout coming in from Remind, and Focus just going to ignore that and go straight to his creeping. Probably will just kill off the Ogre Warrior and then pick up the item and then run away, or he may just finish off the camp. It's really a debate choice. It's up to Focus. Let's see what Demon Hunter's doing now. Oh wow, so really Remind right now doing some really intensive creeping, going to be basically creeping out this whole entire green camp, probably just with the Demon Hunter, maybe just going to pick up the item and run away. Oh no, that's exactly what he's going to do. It looks like, nope, going to finish off the creep camp. This should easily get him to level 2, so Remind will be a little bit ahead on the creeping, it looks like. Night Elf just so good when it comes to creeping on in the early games. There we go, we'll get to level 2, and Blade Master level 1.7. So he will pick up his healing salves, and now Focus will probably look to either continue to do some intense creeping, or will just continue to run over and try and get some as much harassment damage as he possibly can. The tier 2 tech for both players, it looks like, about a third of the way done. Remind a little bit behind in tech compared to Focus, about a quarter of the way done. So yeah, so far nothing out of the ordinary. Both these players doing exactly what they should be doing. Focus now looking to try and intercept the Focus's army, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to find it, so instead he's just going to probably creep out this Ogre Magi camp with these 2 Troll Trappers. Very well done there by him. And let's see what Remind's going to decide to do. Is he going to creep out this Ogre Magi camp? Is he going to creep out the Ogre Magi? Or no, maybe he's just waiting for Boots' speed. Yeah, that's probably what he's going to be doing. Just waiting for Boots' speed right now. As Focus is going to continue to creep. We'll get to level 2, so that will help him a lot with those extra critical strikes. Oh no, so Remind was waiting to buy the Staff of Teleportation. And he's going to run over here, probably get off some little peon kills, and nope, Focus is right on top of his macro and his micro, and we'll be able to spot this Demon Hunter as soon as it pops up, and we'll fill up those burrows with the peons to try and do as much damage as he possibly can. And it looks like he's doing pretty good in terms of trying to get off a lot of good damage off on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter's taking a lot of damage without dealing any damage, really. And anyways, the Blade Master now is like level 2.3, 2.4. And that's going to really help him out a lot. He's really getting ahead of the creeping now that Demon Hunter's just sort of wasting time in the base of Focus. Just sort of annoying his peons, just sort of delaying economy, not really dealing too much damage. Did get the one peon kill, so that will help him out a bit. But because of all that excess creeping he was doing, all that extra creeping he was doing right at the very beginning, he's able to sort of waste a little bit of time here, sort of delay the economy of Focus. It's really going to, I think it's going to really pay off for him. Focus now is going to finish his tech right on time, and we'll be going for a Torn Chieftain actually. So we'll not be going for Shadow Hunter. Going to be going for Torn Chieftain, so he's expecting, oh no wait, no, what am I talking about? It is a Night Elf versus Orc, so obviously it's going to be Torn Chieftain, and as Remind's going to be going for Ancient of Winds probably. Yeah, there we go. We'll probably be seeing another Ancient of Winds getting dropped right here or something. Right around there, or outside the base. I would assume it's going to get dropped right there. And Remind going to be going for standard Beastmaster second. So this is exactly what Remind should be doing. He's got a strategy down pat, as the Blade Master is going to try and engage the Demon Hunter, but we all know that really the Blade Master never really wins that fight. Anyways, we're going to be seeing Focus going to have his two Tier 2 tech buildings on the way. They should be finishing very soon. Unfortunately for Remind, he's not going to make an effort at trying to cancel those for some reason. Instead, he's going to decide to creep up his heroes. And I do like this choice. It's a pretty good choice, I would say. But honestly, what you want to be doing right now is you really want to try and cancel off this third burrow. You really want to try and cancel off these two Tier 2 tech buildings. It can really actually help you a lot more than creeping in an Orc versus Night Elf mirror match. It can really get you really ahead in tech. Like so far ahead. It really gives you a lot of time to try and mass up as much Druids of the Talon as you possibly can. Anyways, right now we're going to see the Blade Master and the Torn Chieftain just creep up. If I were Focus right now, I think, I don't know, actually, you know what? No, I would do exactly what Focus is doing. Focus, he needs to try and get his Blade Master up to level 3, because that way he can get level 2 Windwalk and really do a lot better harassment than just level 1 Windwalk would be doing. And then that way he can creep his Torn Chieftain just by himself and try and get that Torn Chieftain up to level 3 himself. So for that level 2 Shockwave, it was just so important when trying to fight Druids of the Talon. Anyways, we're going to see Remind just continue to creep. Demon Hunter should get to level 3. Beastmaster should get to level 2 after creeping up that camp. And now Blade Master should get to level 3 after this camp. Yeah, he's going to get to level 3. Torn Chieftain's going to get to level 2. And yeah, so far nothing really out of the ordinary. Beastmaster going to be going for Hawk as a second choice. I really like this choice. It's going to be so good for scouting, so good for just revealing any invisible units and things like that, like the Blade Master. And Blade Master now going to try to catch that Demon Hunter out of position, but it looks like he will not be able to. And look at this, using the ensnare of the creeps to take out this one Druid of the Talon. That's a big victory for the Blade Master. That's a lot of good experience for that Blade Master. Now he's going to be trying to pick off some of the mercenaries, and looks like he's going to get a very nice Troll Berserker kill right there. Very well played there by Focus, using that ensnare very well. Focus now does have the Torn Chieftain level 2.2, really needs to try and get that Torn Chieftain to level 3, and he's going to get one more Merc kill, one more creep kill, that's what the word I'm looking for. As one Raider is going to get Cycloned, but it won't really be too much of a problem just because Remind does not have enough Druids of the Talon to sort of engage this Orc army just yet, and he doesn't quite have his Master Training, which he really needs just for that extra mana regeneration, health regeneration, things like that. It's really important. He does have Fairy Fire on the Orc army, so really he knows exactly where the Orc army is. He's not in too much danger of getting intercepted or getting out of position when trying to engage because of that Fairy Fire. It looks like it will just get dispelled and it has worn off. No, not going to get dispelled there, and it hasn't worn off actually. Still in the Torn Chieftain, so he knows exactly what Focus is trying to do, exactly where he's creeping and things like that. Focus will not get his Torn Chieftain up to level 3 with this. Really needs to pull his Blade Master out of there just so he can get that extra experience on the Torn Chieftain, and so that he can get that good harassment done on the Night Elf army, get those creep jacks, get those be a little pesky, which is exactly what he should be trying to do, just trying to be pesky. Anyways, he obviously thinks he should be doing something else. He's going to be pulling his Blade Master straight in, going to try and focus down the shop, it looks like. Wow, so I did not expect him to be doing this. So no, he's just sort of forcing the TP. Now he's going to run away. Very smart play from Focus. Going to be forcing the TP. So he's just sort of playing a hit and run style. Very well done by him. That's 350 gold loss for Remind. Very well played. Now it looks like Focus is just going to continue to just be pesky, which is exactly what he should be doing. He cannot overextend, though, against a Druid of the Talon army, just because if he gets mana burned and cycloned and surrounded, that's the end of the Blade Master. So you can say goodbye to Blade Master unless you got a Potion of Vulnerability, unless you have Staff of Teleportation. And even if you have Staff of Teleportation, it's easily cycloned away. I mean, there's just so many ways to try and... it's so easy to kill off a Blade Master that's sort of harassing your army if you're going for Druids of the Talon. Anyways, Focus has pulled peons into his army, so he will have that extra... He will take less damage with that Spirit Link if he decides to engage with Spirit Link. He will have those extra peons. It will probably help him out a lot. You see Orc players doing this a lot, actually, and it's very, very helpful. And they're very good for surrounds, actually, as well. You can easily surround... Sorry. You can easily just surround units by doing this. Anyways, Focus is going to be finishing off creeping this pretty intense, pretty aggressive orange camp, and we'll get his Storm Chieftain up to level 3 finally. So now he probably wants to get his Blade Master up to level 4 for that level 2 critical strike, which can help out a lot when trying to take out the Demon Hunter, when trying to take out Druids of the Talon, and we do see the Tinker come in as well for Remind right here. He will just staff his Demon Hunter away right back home so that he can heal up and staff right on back. As we're going to see, Focus now going to decide to try and take down some Moonwells, going to try and take down maybe the shop as well, maybe take down an Ancient of War. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to be doing, trying to take down an Ancient of War. Probably does not want to be taking damage on that Spear Walker, as we're going to be forcing another TP. That's very, very well done there by Focus, but he cannot lose any of these Raiders or these units because that could really prove to be big losses for him. He probably really needs to engage here. Unfortunately, he does not have the mana that he needs on that Torrent Chieftain. He really needs to get off that one Shockwave. If he does not get mana burn, that could really prove effective against all of these Druids of the Talon. As we're going to see a huge engagement. Beastmaster really utilizing his Quill Beast very, very well, getting them really behind the lines, sort of focusing down the Spear Walkers. None of the heroes too low on hit points, it looks like. Anyways, we're going to see a lot of the Raiders get very low on hit points, but they are Spirit Linked, so they will take minimal damage. And we're just going to start seeing, now we're going to start seeing the Druids of the Talon get focused down. Now we're going to see the Goblin Factory get killed, and we're going to see Tinker getting very, very low on hit points. Cannot lose that Tinker. Tinker's so, so important. Still has a lot of mana. Probably really does not want to do this. This Ancient of War is really what's helping Remind right now. Tanking a lot of damage, dealing a lot of damage as well. Holy crap, this is probably what saved, this is really probably what saved Remind in this fight, is this Ancient of War, in my opinion. Anyways, we're going to see the Torrent Chieftain very low on mana, so we'll not be able to deal too much damage. We're going to see the Blade Master has no more mana, so he cannot get surrounded here. If he gets surrounded here, that could prove to be very, very bad. Blade Master still has a lot of hit points, so he will just be able to rip his way through this Night Elf army. Just because a level 4 with level 2 critical strike is just so, so good. Now the Beastmaster very, very low on hit points, but it will just be able to retreat. A lot of very, very low hit point Orc units here. This is why you need a Shadow Hunter right now. Just for moments like this, you can just sort of heal up all your weak units, but right now I don't think Remind is going to be at all merciless. He's just going to surround that that Blade Master. If that Blade Master falls, that could prove to be really bad. Ooh, but he didn't mana burn, so it looks like he... you know what just happened? The Torrent Chieftain, I think he passed off a potion of mana to the Blade Master, and he popped it right away and used it to get out. Very, very well played by him. As we may see the Blade Master come in and try and get up a couple more kills, but he obviously deciding not to, probably because he does not have enough healing. He does not have enough hit points, but he did just pick up 2 scrolls of healing, did pass one off to the Torrent Chieftain as well, just in case he gets his Blade Master cycloned. We're going to see now the Blade Master may get cycloned. There we go. Blade Master's going to get cycloned. We may see Scroll of Healing get used. Probably wants to pop that Scroll of Healing. As we're going to see Blade Master now going to pop the Scroll of Healing. Yep, very well done by him. As we're going to see now the Night Elf army probably get forced back. We're going to see 2 Druids of the Talon fall very, very quickly. As we're going to see Quillbee's going to fall. And all these heroes are still here for Remind's army. So this is really what's helping Remind out a lot. He's keeping all of his heroes alive to getting a lot of experience on all of his heroes. I mean, Beastmaster is almost level 3, and that would prove very, very useful when trying to fight off this Orc army. Wow, this has been a pretty eventful matchup so far. Let's see what's going on in each of these players' bases. So far, nothing out of the ordinary in Focus's base. Let's check the food counts, 49 over 70, so still deciding to stay in no upkeep. Still no expansions from any of the players. Remind now just going to decide to creep. Let's check out what's going on in his base. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just going to decide to continue just to go for Druids of the Talon. Wolves just stay in no upkeep. Very, very smart, I think, because obviously these players know that it's not going to be a short game after all, because these players have fought this kind of matchup. Raiders and Spirit Walkers and Peons and Torrent Cheat and Blade Master versus the Tri-Hero and Druids of the Talon summons from the Night Elf. Now both players just healing up their armies, going to do a lot of creeping. Hopefully focus. If he gets a good item here, that could change the game right now. What item is he going to get? Is he going to get what item was that? Crystal Ball, so not the greatest item. Probably was hoping for something a little bit better than that. He'll probably be selling that because I believe it sells for 200 or 250 or something. I'm not really sure. That will probably help him out a lot. As let's check the hero levels on Torn Cheaton. We'll probably get to level 4, so that will prove very, very useful for that level 2 endurance sword. Wow, that's gonna be very, very helpful, just because it's gonna increase the movement speed of that whole entire orc army. As we're gonna see Remind doing the exact same thing, doing some pretty intensive creeping. Demon Hunter should get close to level 4 with this Ochre Lord kill. Let's see what item he gets. Looks like he picked up a... what did he pick up? What did he get? Helm of Valor. Wow, so that's a very, very good item on that Demon Hunter. Plus 4 strength, plus 4 agility. That's an extremely good item on the Demon Hunter. That's a game-changing item, especially on that Demon Hunter. So right now, if Focus tries to focus down that Demon Hunter, tries to surround it and really focus it down, it will not fall very quickly at all. And especially it will not go down without a fight. Let's see what's happening over here in Focus's army now. Focus is going to decide to do some more creeping on this Rock Golem camp. He will be able to creep that very, very easily. Let's see what item he got. Robe of the Magi, not Robe of Ogre Magi. Just Robe of the Magi. Very, very good item on that Torrent Chieftain. Will be able to get off a lot of shockwaves now. Even if he gets mana burn, he still will be able to get off shockwaves. That's going to prove very, very useful for the Orc army. That's yet another game-changing item. Blade Master is going to pick up that Tome of Agility, which will help him out a little bit in DPS and things like that. Anyways, both these players just sort of deciding to get up as strong as they possibly can. Going to try and creep out the whole entire map. And really, both these players are just going to try and get as strong as they possibly can before re-engaging. But really, Remind probably wants to engage before that Blade Master gets to level 5, because a level 5 Blade Master with level 3 critical strike is deadly. It's really, really dangerous. Blade Master very smart, going to be picking up pushing him to lesser invulnerability. That can help him out a lot if he gets surrounded, if he's getting constantly cycloned. It can really help you out a lot when then you can get just focused down a hero. So right now, Focus, very smart. We did see this play in my last game, if you guys saw it, my last Focus game. He was using these Bat Riders very, very well when trying to take down the Fairy Dragons of Remind's army. It's a pretty good trade, actually, a Bat Rider for Fairy Dragon. It is. It's a very good trade. Bat Riders are very cheap. Fairy Dragons a little bit more expensive than Bat Riders, but for the amount of damage that Fairy Dragon can do compared to a Bat Rider, it's a great trade. Focus now. Blade Master so close to level 5 that Blade Master gets basically one more creep camp. Should do it. I mean, even if you just solo creep this creep camp just with his Blade Master, that would probably be enough. As we may see an engagement here, a lot of these Druids of Talon getting caught off guard right now. This is not the position that, I don't think this is the right position Remind wants to fight. He really needs to pull back these Druids of Talon. Now that, oh wow, look at this Fairy Dragon dealing a lot of damage. As Remind, we're going to see Remind forced to TP out. As a lot of very low hit point to Orc units actually. Wow, there's a lot of low hit point Orc units. Are just going to be able to heal up. I think that was just sort of almost lucky that he TP'd out just when he did. It was kind of lucky for Focus, just because I don't think Focus would have won that fight, to be honest. If Remind had gotten a good position with all his Druids of the Talon, I do not think he would have won that. Remind still deciding to stick to a no upkeep army. Let's see what Focus is going to decide to do. Going into low upkeep, so I like this strategy from, I really like this decision from Focus. We may see him set up an expansion sometime soon. Let's check how much gold are left in the main gold mines. 1,500 it looks like for both armies, yep. So really only about 2.5 minutes left of mining. So both these players should either be thinking about ending it or should be thinking about expanding. It's been a pretty long game actually. It's been like 19 minutes now, so this is pretty rare to see such a high level play go into such a long game. Anyways, we're going to see the Bat Rider come in and try and get off a good kill. No, Bat Rider! That's what you can't be doing with a Bat Rider. That's really a big, that's a pretty big loss for Focus. Now he's either going to retrain a Bat Rider or just sort of say, screw it. I can't pull this shit off against Remind. And that's probably what he's thinking. Anyways, let's check the items on these heroes now. Focus is, Torn Chieftain does have the Robe of Vulgar Magi. Why do I keep saying Robe of Vulgar Magi? I don't know why I keep saying that. And it's just a Robe of Magi, Robe of the Magi. Anyways, where's that Blade Master? I've lost sight of the Blade Master. There he is. Blade Master, nothing too crazy items on it as well. Most of these are just consumables. Does have Sentry Wards, which could be proved to be very useful. Did just drop the Sentry Wards so that if he knows that if the Night Elf army decides to come, he will know if it's going to get creep jacked. Now that the Blade Master is level 5, he's just going to pull it back and try and get that Torn Chieftain up to level 5. Ooh, very, very close. 1397, that's really too bad. If that Torn Chieftain got to level 5, that is basically like those Druids of the Talon fall so fast. You have no idea how fast those things fall. It does have Potion of Mana. That could prove to be very, very useful as well, just for an extra little shockwave. Can the Torn Chieftain get to level 5? Yeah! Torn Chieftain, level 5. That is deadly. Very deadly. Anyways, let's see what's happening now. Both these players going to low upkeep, it looks like. Yep, both these players going to low upkeep. Sorry, just scratching my ear. Both these players in low upkeep, going to pick up, Focus going to pick up Mercs as well. Going to be picking up tons of intelligence, things like that. No more creeping can really be done just because it wouldn't even be worth it. Unless you're just going to go for the items. And Remind could do some creeping, but I don't even think he thinks it's worth it. Where's that Tinker? Oh, Tinker's going to be buying items. It looks like Scrolls of Healings, things like that. As right now we're just looking for that final engagement. Main gold mines are about to run out, so either we're going to be seeing an expansion, which we haven't seen yet, or we're going to see Focus pick up a Tiny Great Hall. We may see that. Does he have the money? No, he doesn't even have the money, that's why. So now we're just going to see Focus do some long distance mining. Going to keep 2 peons on lumber. I don't like this choice. If I were him, I would just keep 1 peon on lumber and just send the rest off for long distance mining. Obviously, he thinks differently. He's thinking differently. Remind just going to be sending this Druid of the Talon over here, just sort of scout out to see if there's any sort of a long distance mining going on, and he will scout it out. That Focus is long distance mining. He did just scout that out, so we may see him trying to get position to sort of engage over in this spot right here, and I think that we may see a main fight here, right in the middle here. This is exactly what Focus wants. It looks like Focus really wants to try and engage right here, right now. And look at all these fairy dragons. Oh man, those fairy dragons did not go down. That's going to be a huge loss for Focus. Wow, I cannot believe those fairy dragons are still alive. That's going to be really, really favorable for him. So you see that Torn Chieftain just got off a very nice shockwave off on all those heroes, off all those Druids of the Talon, forcing a Scroll of the Healing. Oh, look at that, another huge shockwave off on all those Druids of the Talon, forcing a more and more Scrolls of Healing, and we may see him pop another Potion of Mana. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. Look at how strong that shockwave is against Druids of the Talon. It's just so powerful. Level 3 shockwave. Blade Master going to be doing a lot of good damage as well. Looks like the Beastmaster very fall. Ooh, going to be forcing the TP on that Beastmaster. Very, very well done. Look at how many Druids of the Talon have fallen. Really, Focus played very, very well there, but he looks like he lost a lot of Raiders as well, though. Oh no, didn't lose a lot of Raiders actually. And look at how low these Spearwalkers are in hit points. Holy crap, that's really low. Oh my god. Both these players now looks like Remind's going to be going for an all-in sort of rush here. Going to be using all of his ancients, and looks like going to be marching them all into the main base of Focus. As we're going to be seeing just more and more long distance mining. Focus now, that should give him a nice little goal to sit back on. We may see him even pop out another unit. Let's see what he decides to do with his money. Nope, not going to do anything just yet. Probably saving up for like a raider or something. As we're going to see, Focus is going to scout out all of these little ancients. He's going to scout out that all the ancients are right here. As we're going to see him trying to engage, and we may see all of Remind's army pull right back. He does not have that many Druids of the Talon as much as he would. I don't think he has enough Druids of the Talon to engage this Orc army right now. It looks like this Orc army is just too strong right at the moment. Anyways, let's see. Remind's now going to come in and try and intercept these long distance mining peons, and I think this is very, very smart by him. He does have a pretty decent air army right now. Does have a Hawk, does have a Fairy Dragons, can even transform these Druids of the Talon into crows if he wanted to. But with that ensnare on the Raiders, there's really not much that he can do. Let's see what he decides to do right now. He is pinching the map. Let's see what the Tree of Eternity is going to decide to be doing. Is he going to hide the Tree of Eternity somewhere? I doubt that. Just because he still has a lot of buildings, and I think that Tree of Eternity could really prove useful in an all-in rush. Anyways, let's see what's going to happen now. I lost the Tree of Eternity. Where did he go? There he is. It looks like he does have Nature's Blessing, because these Ancients are moving pretty fast. Faster than Ancients should be moving. I'm pretty sure he does have Nature's Blessing. How much food do each of these players have? 54 compared to 45. Wow. So if these Ancients of War are not used properly, that's going to be a huge disadvantage to to Remind in food count. Very nice little shockwave there for that Torn Chieftain. Torn Chieftain, knowing that shockwave is a huge factor to his army. He cannot risk losing any more mana. Ooh, there we go, another nice shockwave there. That will probably be the last shockwave, unless he can get off one more. If that natural regen can pull off that natural regen, I don't know if you guys saw those very nice wisp detonations, but that was pretty sweet on that Torn Chieftain to lose all his mana. Torn Chieftain has just enough mana for just one more. And does he have any more money for even a peon right now? No, he has no more peons whatsoever. So really, both these players are all in right now. Remind, he just has what he has. That's about it. If I were him, I would have taken everything. I would have taken this Ancient of War. I would have taken the shop. I would have just taken everything he had. Oh, and look at this. Focus going to be running right around. Does actually have a lot of peons. I didn't see those before. As we may see a base trade, I do not like this decision for Focus. I really don't like this decision for Focus. Going for the base trade, I mean, like, honestly, Remind can take down your buildings a little bit faster, especially since he's pulled all his Ancients over to here. I don't know what Focus is trying to do, what his strategy is right here. Obviously, maybe does he have pillage? Oh yeah, he has pillage. That's why. So he's going to be trying to get a lot of money from this. But does he have a TP? No, he has no TP. So obviously he thinks he can do some substantial damage by doing this, but I really don't think he can. To be honest with you, I think he's going to lose this fight. There's really not much he can do. Oh, he's going to build his Voodoo Lounge. That's what he's going to do. Oh, very well done there by Focus. I love this strategy. Oh, that is so smart. Now he's just going to have one building to try and defend. He does have the money, and he's going to get a lot of money from these raiders just killing off these Moonwells. Not even going to bother attacking them with his other units just because he wants to utilize that pillage as best that he possibly can. What did he buy there? Did buy a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. That's going to help him out quite a lot. And right now I think he's just sort of getting as much resources as he can just for repairing reasons and things like that. Now he's going to, that one little Quilbeast is going to get dispelled and killed off very, very quickly. Look at all these tech and all these buildings going to fall for Focus. Now he will get revealed very, very soon if he doesn't do anything. Obviously, Focus does not really feel like engaging all these Ancients, so he's just going to decide to tick off all of those buildings, and he will build a barracks. It's kind of a weird choice. I mean, how much money does he have? How much money does Focus have? 195 gold. So, what did he spend his money on? Oh, he did buy healing potions and clarity potions, so he's just going to decide to heal up his Torn Chieftain for mana and heal up his low hit point orc units. So right now, both these players really running on basically their very, very last buildings, their very, very last units. He's going to start to walk off all of his Ancients over in that direction. But he cannot get those Ancients caught out of position because that could prove very, very bad for him. Now he really does not want to lose these Ancients. He's going to try and eat trees with that Ancient of War now. If that Ancient of War goes down, that's 1/4 of his buildings gone. Oh, look at that. He did go for that, I forget what that, it's called rocket something, like, what's it called, rocket, I don't know what it's called, I forget, damn. But I don't know if you guys saw that, but the Tinker just used this little effect that sort of stuns units and does a little bit of damage, but mainly it's, the main reason you use it is for the stun. So that was kind of interesting, just a little cool little thing just to see. As you see, the Beastmaster going to probably want to summon use as many summons as he possibly can. One Fairy Dragon looks like it may get taken out. Probably wants to take down these Fairy Dragons. There we go, one Fairy Dragon is going to fall. All the heroes are still pretty high on hit points. Chooses the Talon in a very, very nice position, a very, very good place to engage. As you see, the Torn Chieftain has just enough for about one more Shockwave, but it looks like he will just get mana burned. Probably really needs to mana burn that right away as soon as possible. Ooh, very, very nice Shockwave just there. Very, very well done by him. This rocket effect on that Tinker is really proving very, very useful off on all these Orc units. As we're going to see, one more little Fairy Dragon is going to get caught out of position. Both these players now really not running on barely anything. Remind down to 29 food, while Focus is down to 42. So Focus really has a lot more food, but honestly, there's a lot of food just in peons. He's got about 8 peons there. And really, there's not too much that he has left. As we may see him try and kill off a couple more Druids of the Talon. There we go. He's going to get one nice little kill there, one cheeky little kill. Fortunately, there was no mana burn done. So Focus really knows what he's doing, and this should be a really interesting ending. It's really, I don't know who's going to win. It's just so hard to call a game like this, just because it's just so, you really have no idea. Do you guys know who's going to win? I have an idea. I think if Focus gets, it really depends on the positions at this point. I mean, if these if these ancients can get into good position, then have the Druids of the Talon at the back and have these heroes sort of engaging with their summons in the very front, that could mean that Remind would have a good chance of winning. But if Focus can find a good time to engage and maybe get off a lot of cheeky Druids of the Talon kills, that could really prove useful. Anyways, it looks like he's decided to focus down the Demon Hunter. I really don't like that choice. Probably does not want to be doing that. Anyways, we're going to see a very huge, big engagement. Focus is very deeply entrenched into this in this fight. Going to be taking down a lot of Druids of the Talon. There's really not much that Focus has left, except for these Ancients. So if these Ancients can get off a lot of damage, that's going to be key. And there's really not too much Focus can do now as well. How many heroes? All heroes are still alive, though. Wow. So really all there is left right now for Focus is just a Spearwalker, Troll Berserker, and a lot of peons. And so he really cannot lose any of these units right now. All of these peons now looking to do something, but they won't be able to do much. I mean, now Focus is sort of it sort of looks like now that Focus, there's not really too much that he can do. As we may see a Shockwave now. If that Shockwave goes off, he can probably kill off that one Demon. Ooh, gets the Demon Hunter killed. Level 6 Torn Chitin. Wow. Level 6 Torn Chitin. Holy crap. That's going to prove very, very useful. Oh, geez. That might be the end of it. Yeah, there we go. Remind, knowing that without that Demon Hunter, he cannot get any sort of mana burns off. And that Orc army, those Orc heroes really rely a lot on mana. Very, very well played by both heroes. This is a 30-minute game. Holy crap. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to be going to Game 2. Focus is up 1-0 in the series. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in a bit.